Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. This is your pal ZBH here and coming at you with a whole new video. I wanted to highlight a special film that I just watched within a week or so of recording this, but I really wanted to share with you and highly recommend it to you. So this is a comedy film is one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time, and it's I don't know. It felt like such a nice throwback to things that you don't really see get made anymore. Screwball comedy is the genre that we're talking about here, and that movie is of course Looney Tunes: The Day the Earth Blew Up. Now this movie it's kind of miraculous it even made it to theaters, honestly, because of Warner Brothers not being great right now with the Looney Tunes, scrubbing them off of the platforms that they've got. And yeah, that's another video that I could talk about, but I'm happy to report to you this movie was an absolute blast, and I really want to watch this movie again. I wish I had gotten this video out sooner when you might have been able to catch it in theaters. It's probably not going to be in theaters much longer, but that being said, I highly recommend this film if you get a chance to watch it in theaters, definitely. If not, just catch it when you can. I totally understand not being able to go to the theater at the moment. But so I've been talking about the movie and that I recommend it. So what's the movie really about? Well, the film stars Daffy and Porky, and it's a duo that I like in pretty much every capacity that I've ever seen it in. Especially Duck Dodgers, if you remember that show. That show was great. So Daffy and Porky are in this continuity. They were orphans and they were adopted by a very kind, very awesome person named Father Jim, Farmer Jim. Sorry, and it's basically the beginning of the movie shows through their childhood together and being raised by the farmer and how close they get to be as brothers. And it's there's a lot of nice heart and warmth to this movie that I appreciated. So it complements the comedy aspects of it really well. And if you like if you like the characters already, that's a bonus. But if it's some kid's first time ever seeing the Looney Tunes, it's not a bad introduction for them either. Okay, so you see them as kids growing up. Now they're adults, they're on their own, they're still living in the house that Jim left them, and they're about to get evicted because they're not exactly good at maintaining their house. So you're like, okay, this is kind of a mundane plot, for Looney Tunes. It's kind of a simple idea. They still managed to wring out every bit of comedy they can from such a simple idea. But then you think about the title, you're like, isn't the world supposed to be like ending? Isn't that kind of what the movie was setting up? Well, yeah, that's the other plot line in the story. So you got Daffy and Porky's plotline where they have to save their house, they have to get a job, and fix all their personal life stuff with that. But in the background, there is an alien plot that's happening, where it starts with a meteor crashing to Earth, meteorite technically, and a scientist finds it and gets infected and basically becomes a zombie slave to the alien that's the villain in the movie. And I will say this, it's a throwback to a lot of different things, throwbacks to the old Looney Tunes, like the really old Looney Tunes style of things, the old screwball comedies, and then it's also a throwback to sci-fi and horror films from around the 1950s era. So if you like any of that stuff, it's very fun, and I like the way that they incorporated all the different elements into it. That it's not it's not tonally conflicting, really. It's still, even in the darker, more scary parts of the movie, it's still funny, and then yeah, it feels tonally consistent, even though the tone is basically insanity. So these two plot lines are happening, and you think that they feel very different from each other. So you're trying to figure out how they would connect. And I'm not going to spoil everything in the video because I really want you to watch the movie for yourself. But yeah, the way they did it, the way they connect the two plot lines is really funny and disturbing too. So I really liked that. And then, like I was saying earlier, the emotional core is another thing, but other than just the comedy that I like about this is, yeah, they do that thing that so many movies do with the midpoint breakup, with the friends that they get into an argument and they seems like they're breaking off and they'll never be friends again. And I really get tired of that trope, honestly, but the way this movie does it, it's pretty funny, and it doesn't treat everything that seriously. So even when it's doing a trope, it's doing it kind of a wink wink nudge nudge type way. Oh, and the other really important character in this movie is Petunia Pig, who is Porky's love interest, and she's their co-worker whenever they do get jobs in the movie. And she's a lot of fun. Her and Porky are really adorable together, so I always like that. And just really when the trio have to team up to fight the alien invasion in the latter part of the movie, it's really good. Still really comedic, but you get some really cool action stuff, and like good action and comedy and horror kind of all meshed together in a nice way. And I will say the villain, even though he is menacing looking, and I really like the animation and the use of shadow with all the scenes with him. Like, he is a giant goofball too. He's the most threatening character in the movie, but he's also very zany and wacky. So even though he's the scary thing in the movie, he's not too much. They always have a little bit of comedy with the character. But yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend that you check this out if you're a fan of old fashioned screwball comedies, the Looney Tunes as characters, 1950s alien movies, or just good comedies in general, because I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's that many comedies that I find that funny anymore. And that this one really struck a chord with me, so far it's the first really great comedy of the year. Hopefully there's some more later on, but you know, I just think it's a good way to start the year. Then one of my only regrets is that it didn't do too well in the box office, but all the reviews for it were really good, including mine. So I mean, it clearly the people that saw it liked it. So if we can just get more eyes on it, more people to watch it on streaming, buy it on physical, whatever we have to do, just so more people see it and experience it. I think Looney Tunes might be a little bit better off as long as we can do that. That at least show Warner Brothers that we actually care about Looney Tunes, and we don't like it when they just scrub everything off of all their servers and just trying to delete all that. That's not cool in my book, and yeah, I think a lot of other people are feeling the same way. So if you have seen the movie, let me know in the comments, and just share with me what's your favorite part of the movie, or what you like the most about it, and would you like to see other movies like this? I mean, I don't necessarily want there to be like a sequel to this, like a direct sequel or anything, but I would love for Looney Tunes to just do like full on feature length animated movies like this. And especially in the style that they did with this, the 2D with, little bits of three-dimensional stuff added in there, but all done very smoothly, so it's not distracting or anything. I will say some of the best animation in the movie is Farmer Jim, and yeah, I'd heard about him going in, but I was not prepared how much I was laughing when I saw him on screen. But as I was saying, let me know down in the comments what you thought of the movie, and hopefully we get to see more stuff like this in the future. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. It's really good. Check it out. Let me know what you think of it, and I'll see you next time.